Athina, and I'm grateful that you are here with me today. Today we are going to have a pick a card about messages from your past self. I'm not talking about your past self from a past life. I'm talking about your past self like from 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, depending on your age, of course. Sometimes the time doesn't really matter because we are all different ages, so we don't know which part of our past self is going to appear and give us a message. I'm just going to use the tarot cards, then we have oracle cards, then we have even a special guest. Oops, sorry, I bumped into you. Special guest. My first ever made oracle deck will make its first appearance in my video. After I went through all the cards, we will get a message from this book, Light is the New Black by Rebecca Campbell, and make some little libromancy to get one last final message from your past self. So, how you can choose your deck depends all on you. Trust your intuition and your instinct. Maybe you already knew which group to take because of the thumbnail. Maybe one of the back of the decks here is already calling out to you. You can also choose based on the number of the dice, or maybe the timestamp that is in the description will have one of your favorite numbers or a number that you are seeing quite often right now, and this can indicate for you that maybe there is a message in that group or groups. You don't have to pick only one, you can pick as many as you want, as long as you are called to pick more than one. I'm going now to show you all the decks. Pile number 1 has the traditional manga tarot. The crystal is the Imperial Jaspis. And I thought that I would show you the Six of Cups, since it has something to do with past, and the Six of Cups reminds me a little bit of past, childhood and stuff like this, so that's with the mood that I went today. Pile number 2 has the Children of Letha Tarot with this malachite crystal stone. Here is the Six of Cups. And pile number 3, you have the Gentle Heart Tarot with the Moonstone. This is your Six of Cups. So you can take all the time you need to pick up your group or groups. I will be leaving you for meditation music for 1 minute. After the meditation music, I will be playing a tune, so that if you choose based on your if you are clairaudient and you choose based on tones, you can choose in the clairaudient selection, where I'm be playing a tune on my guitar. I will be leaving you now with 1 minute to meditate upon the decks and the crystals, and then right after will be the clairaudient selection, and then the groups start. So I will be seeing you in your groups. Bye. pile number 1, you chose the Imperial Jaspis, the traditional manga tarot, the tune that was played in the Clairaudiant selection, or maybe the timestamp that was in the description, whatever. This is going to be your reading. We are going to look at what your past self has to say to you. We will also later have 3 oracle decks to get more messages, and at the end a message from a book. So of course this is going to be messages from your past self, but somehow I feel like that if your spirit guides want you to know something, I'm leaving it also open to them to get a message through if it is needed. Just going to shuffle real good. Okay, so what does the past self of pile number 1 has to say to them? What message does the past self of pile number 1 has to say? What message does the past self of pile number 1 wants to convey? What message does the past self of pile number 1 has to convey? What message does the past self of pile number 1 have to say to them? What message does the past self of pile number 1 has to say to them? Is this upright or reversed? Reversed, okay. What does the past self of pile number 1 has to say to them? What is the past self of pile number? That is one too many cards. Just give me one more card, please. What has the past self of pile number 1 to say to them? What has... Nope. I just want one more card, please. What does the past self of pile number 1 has to say to them? Thank you. Ooh, interesting. At the back of the deck we have the Fool in reverse. If I feel like I need to talk about the Fool in reverse, I will. If not, then let's leave it at that. So... that is quite interesting. So your center card is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Normally the Queen of Pentacles is someone, she is hardworking. She is really a nurturous person and really generous and wants to give to others as much of what she has to them. She is really abundant. She worked really hard for everything that she has now. She is one of the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. She also is really connected to nature. Being in reverse for me most of the time, when the Queen of Pentacles comes in reverse, it's because she is not doing her self-care. She is a generous person, and so she gives to others. what she has, but being in reverse, and she gives it from an abundant place when she's when she's upright, but being in reverse, she is giving out too much from her, even though she doesn't have the certain amount to give it to herself. She is like giving from an empty space, draining her more than should be. So your past self is, if you are currently working really hard, not taking time for some self-care, if it's taking a bath and relaxing, if you are constant on the go and not taking one day off, not doing the things that you like. For example, if you play an instrument, let's take this as an example. If you play an instrument, let's say the piano, and you are now a hardworking adult or student, whatever, and you are constantly studying or constantly working in your household, cleaning stuff up, if you are a housewife, if you have children, you are maybe always with them and you don't have a downtime for yourself, with alone time for yourself, and you are not able to play on your instrument again, like the piano. So you are working always, you are also maybe studying the whole time, and you're not taking time to just relax and play some music for yourself, to get your favorite song that you love to play on the piano. Like if I could play the piano, the first song I would learn would be River Flows in You by Iruma, a Korean pianist. So maybe you are not able to play your favorite song, so there is no time for yourself to relax and do something that you like. So your past self is maybe saying, hey, it's okay that you work hard for a better future, but sometimes you need to step back and take some time for yourself. I'm talking because the Two of Pentacles is right beside, and the Two of Pentacles is this person has a lot on their plates. They are juggling two different things at the same time and trying to find the balance. And this person is even balancing those two pentacles, those two coins, with only one foot on the ground. So she is balancing herself and those different things at the same time, and sometimes you lose your footing because you are maybe overworked, and so everything falls down, if you know what I mean. If you are juggling things and you are only in I lifted my foot and if you are only standing on one foot, somehow, someday, you are going to go out of balance and fall down because you were not with both foot on the ground on a safe thing so that you can juggle it, because you overworked yourself and because you are tired. You tend to go more like this, then poof, you fall down. So your past self really wants you to take care of yourself. Also, because the Page of Swords is in reverse, the Page of Swords has great ideas. It's a person, a young energy that is curious, really is one of those energies that got an idea, already taking action without a second thought. And this can lead to being reckless. So don't be reckless. If you know that you need time to relax and give yourself the time to recharge yourself, do this. Those ideas are not going to run away from you. Those stuff, whatever you are wanting to do, is not going to run away. They will be staying here. You just have to make the right decision on taking care of yourself so that you can, because the Queen of Pentacles and here the Two of Wands, they are both looking at the Ten of Cups here at the end. At the end, you want the emotional fulfillment for yourself and your family. But you can't do this if you are constantly tired, juggling a lot of things, overworking yourself, because you are going to make the people around you worry about yourself. They don't want to see someone that's always tired, that has no energy, because if you don't have energy enough for yourself, you won't have enough energy for the others that are around you as well, and they are going to miss you and worry about you, that you are this depleted. You have everything in your hands, because here the Two of Wands, the person is holding the wand and has the earth on the other hand. Everything is in your hand. You have enough to make a decision for your future. And it's the only animal here, and well, not really. We have here the rabbit. Makes sense, soon it's going to be spring equinox and Easter, so rabbits may be a significant animal to you, or don't know if this is an eagle, a hawk, a raven, a crow, many type of birds maybe important to you, and sitting on the shoulder. This bird is sitting on the shoulder of this person. For me, it looks like that, like you are not alone. Your spirit animal, if you work with them, or your spirit guides, they are with you on this journey. And if you ask them to help you lighten up your burden, they will send you people so that you can take some rest. Like if you have children, they may be someone that comes up to you and says, hey, if you ever need a babysitter, call me up so that you can rest. Maybe a friend of yours is going to offer this, so that, because they are seeing that you are depleted. So of course, if you don't have children, this is not going to apply to you. But yeah, you have matters on your hand to take care of yourself, so that after you are well rested, you can enjoy family time again with your friends as well, if you don't have your own family, or maybe with your parents. Maybe came through that maybe you need to, your past self is trying to say that you should also spend some times with your parents, some quality times with your parents or other relationships. If you didn't see them for a long time, call them up, write them, ask if they have time so that you can see again. It's also going to distract you and lift you up. I always get, when I see my friends, I always get happy, and I'm totally energized and excited to see them again, if we haven't met for some time. Good. That's it from the all the messages I'm getting from the tarot cards. Let's get some humorous affirmations from your past self. What affirmation does the past self of pile number 1 wants them to say, or any other messages from the past self? Yes. Are those all? Yeah. At the back of the deck we have self-love. I openly embrace a feeling of self-love, the PG kind. I love myself because I understand myself. I love myself as the most committed partner I will ever have. I show myself love any way I can. And when I screw up, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself. If not, I'm gonna make myself sleep on the couch. Got that, self? I love this deck. It's just my type of humor. I hope it's yours too. So we have love. Love is a many splendid thing. Today I will notice and appreciate at least 3 of those splendors. Like the fact that puppies make me feel like a parent. Hey parent, welcome. Maybe you're a parent. Maybe you are a puppy parent or a cat parent. It doesn't have to be children, human children, or parrots. Or the surge of self-congratulation if I feel I sink a 3-point trash basket shot on the first try. Or how about the chills I get while singing along to name of a song? You know the one song. Then we have impermanence. Life is always changing, and I drift easily through those changes, good and bad. As I drift through hard times, I can take comfort in knowing that I will leave them behind. As I drift away from good times, I can take comfort in knowing that more will come my way. Impermanence is an equal opportunity non-entity. Let's make it so that you can see all the cards. And friendliness. Whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. What a cool way to buy happiness for free. Today I will remember what an awesome power I hold, and I'll take joy in improving life simply by giving away grins like crazy. Note, in a pinch, money will also work. Well, chocolate will do too. That's something that makes me happy. Chocolate. So that's why I said it. So let's get more. We have more. So what are the messages does the past self of pile number 1 has for them? What does the... Are there more cards or is this enough? Okay, this is enough. At the back of the deck we have the cosmic card, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Funny enough, if I'm not sure, it was today. I'm following Rebecca Campbell on her Instagram account, and I think she posted it, either it was yesterday or today, the image of this card in the story. The cosmic card is a card that I don't get it a lot for myself, so I have no idea what it means. So let's read it from the book. And also Rebecca Campbell has a way with words that no one can imitate, so I would never do justice to the deep messages that the cards have. Of course, I try to do my best, but I'm not her. I am me, myself, and I. Okay. When you surrender to a state of devotion, you find yourself flowing with all of life. You're being called to refocus your attention deep within, to the intelligence of your own heart, to bow with deep reverence to your inner temple, to live your life in devotion to this place, to make your life one big moving prayer. Perhaps you've felt a bit of kilter lately, sensing that the potency of why you're doing things has gotten a little watered down or weak. Perhaps you've forgotten what made you start doing them in the first place. If so, this is your call to take a moment and reconnect with the truth at the very center of your heart, to get back to the essence of what you're about, to devote your life to what you care most about, to turn your gaze deep, 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 deep. There are seasons for harvesting and seasons for sowing. Right now, you're being called to plant your soul's seed and sing to them with deep devotion, to feed them with the sweet waters of your own soul, to lose yourself in the potency of what it is that most expands your heart, to live your life according to what makes you come alive, rather than what everyone else thinks, to make your life one big moving prayer. Something you can meditate upon is the question, how can you make your life a moving prayer? Let me get more water into my throat because I've been talking non-stop right now. So, first, we have baby steps. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. I'm sure that today she posted a passage of either it was from the Light is in Your Black book, or it was a letter to the starseed book that she wrote, and there was this passage, follow your intuition before it makes sense. So your intuition is telling you to do something, and oftentimes we as human beings, we want to get to know how to do this, when to do this, because we ask the hows and whens. Most of the time we stand still and wait to get the answer, but the answer will not come, because before you get to how the hows and the whens is going to appear in your life, you have to take an action first, so that you can walk the path, and through walking the path, gather already how to do those stuff. It's like I'm reminded of something that I have in my I have a little booklet where sometimes I like to scribble and some stuff. And at the first page I wrote learning by doing, because I don't know how to draw that well. So, and you only learn drawing by doing the drawing. So learning by doing. So your intuition is telling you to do something. Do it. You are going to learn through the process from doing it how the hows and the whens and the other questions that you have are going to be answered. And don't do everything at once. Take baby steps, one step at a time. Think about now, what can you do right now to fulfill the call of your intuition? Right now, with what you have, what can you do right now with the things that you have already? Is it gather information about a certain thing? Maybe if you want to learn something, is there a course around your hometown? When is the course happening? Do you know anyone that has knowledge on those things? Can you ask them? And so you will be getting the knowledge while you are taking one step at a time to get to the destination, whatever the destination is. Then we have star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. Yeah, this is for everyone that maybe considers themselves starseeds, because we have ancestors that are not human, because we have We may have had some past lives in another civilization, other planet, other rules, other wisdom, other knowledge. And when you were born there, you had your ancestors there as well. You chose to incarnate as one of their descendants. Is this how you pronounce it? A child of the same family. Because I don't know why. Your soul had the reasons, and those ancestors love you. Even your human ancestors love you. They want the best for you. They want to see you happy. And you have knowledge and secrets about stuff from other civilizations, even here from Earth, because it is said that we had Atlantis and Lemuria, and there were also wisdom and knowledge that were forgotten now in our modern age. And this card is telling you to look deep within you, because all the answers, all the wisdom is within you, in your heart. In your heart. So we had with the cosmic heart to look into your heart, listening to what it has to say, because your heart has wisdom, because it is connected to your soul. Your soul has wisdom, has hidden secrets that only you know, and by looking deep within you, you are going to gather the things that you need right now. Then we have the child of the cosmos. Well, the intelligent. Sorry, it isn't even retrograde. I'm stumbling upon my words. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. All the knowledge, all the wisdom is within you already, because you are part of the universe, and the universe is a part of yourself. We are all one. We have a part of the universe within us. The knowledge of the universe is within us. We just have to look inwards to get it. But I feel like I need to read it to you. Nope, not the please. Chart of the cosmos here. There's a mysterious force that governs all of life, an intelligence that tells flowers when to bloom and the tides and seasons when to come and go. That intelligence is within you too. It was there before you drew your first breath, and it will be there well beyond your last. It's the part of you that informed every cell what to do when you were in your mother's womb. It's harder to resist this force than it is to surrender to it, because Earth is a planet of polarity and free will. It's easy to forget that this intelligence exists within us. So often we become disconnected from this pulse of life and fall into the pattern of believing that we're separate, of feeling that we need to go it alone. We can feel isolated, and as if we need to figure things out ourselves, to rely on our own strength. You're being called to remember the intelligence that's within each and every one of yourselves, to remember that you're a precious child of a loving, gentle universe, that you have access to all of the intelligence, wisdom, strength, flow, and qualities there everywhere are or will be, and to remember that if flowers know exactly when and how to bloom, then you do too. Something to meditate upon. How can you surrender more deeply to the intelligent flow of life? And your last card, we have Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. So, with this card, you are a leader. the Queen of Pentacles, she is a leader. You are too. We all are leaders of our own lives. So you don't walk the path of others that have walked this path before. No. You make a new path. You make a path for yourself. You may make a path for others to follow you. You are not the one that is following. You are the one that is there at the front and everyone else is following you. So you are called to make your own path, to follow your path, to be the leader you wish you had. That is what your past self wants to tell you. Now let's get to the view of my self-made oracle deck. I do have to say that this is the first deck I ever made. It was to a time where I didn't have a lot of decks. So the messages are all in German, but don't worry, I will be translating them. So they are a little bit big, so the cards, so as you can see how big they are. So there is going to be a lot of cards that are going to fly out. So what does the past self of pile number 1 wants them to know? What message does the past self of pile number 1 has for them? Is this everything? Yes. Okay. The back of the deck we have make a pause, take a pause, take a break. Is the better English. Take a break. What was I saying? What was I saying with the Queen of Pentacles? What was I saying? I'm sorry, I just laugh when the cards are confirming what I was saying. It's the magic. So now we have a normal relationship. So if you were worrying about a relationship, then do you know it's not a toxic relationship. It's not everything's okay. It's just normal that you have your ups and downs. Where do I put this? So you can see the cards a little bit. So then we have root chakra. So ground yourself. If you can, take a walk in nature. This is also a good way of doing some self-care. Taking a walk in nature, walking barefoot on grass is also something that helps with grounding. Or work on your root chakra. The root chakra is the chakra that makes you feel safe, present in your body. It's like the basic needs should be met so that you can feel safe. So if your root chakra is unbalanced or blocked, work on it. You can even find Reiki on YouTube. If I'm not mistaken, I even did a video on Reiki healing, but I work on all 7 chakras. So maybe you want to do this if you want to get Reiki for free. On YouTube you find also others that do Reiki to balance chakras, so feel free. Or meditation music for the chakras. There are a lot of things that you can do. Can you see it even? Yes, you can. And the last one is eat a little bit healthier. If you've been eating a lot of processed food, do your body a service and eat more vegetables, fruits. Then maybe cook yourself some meal, because you know what is in the meal, because sometimes in processed food we don't know what they put in there. So, and if it's really healthy for us. Just putting that out here. But I don't know, if you are busy, there is sometimes not time enough to cook a good meal, and so we go to the meals that are already done so that you can just warm it and done with it. But I'm sure there are recipes on the internet that is like fast cooking meal. Just take 10 minutes to cook or something like this. Your body is going to be grateful because it's your vessel that is here on earth helping you through all the experiences, and so we need to take better care of it. And I'm also learning, started doing workouts. Today I missed it, but I'm trying to do myself some good with working out. By the way, working out and moving your body is also helpful to ground yourself. So, just saying. Okay, now to the last message from your past self. We are going to get one of the messages here from the book. So, past self of Pi number 1, what do you want to say to your present self? Any messages from the past self that needs to be said? And well, hello, what do we have here? Interesting. Ha. Okay, where's your energy at? The higher your vibration, the more energetically sensitive you are likely to be. Protecting your energy is imperative to prevent yourself from being energetically depleted. Here are some super simple ways to protect, replenish, and clear your energetic field. Protect your energetic field. It is important to protect our energetic field in order to hear our intuitive voice clearly and prevent our vital energy from being drained by people and life in general. You can do this by imagining a protective energetic space about 1 meter, 3 feet around you, which nobody can penetrate without your permission. Chakra shower. Chakras are wheels of energy in and outside the body. Each chakra point is associated with different emotions and bodily functions. As we go about life, all chakras can become blocked or stagnant. Giving yourself a chakra shower is a simple way of clearing your energy each morning while you are in the shower. Simply scan each of your chakras one by one, noticing anything that is blocked in each of them. As the water runs over your body, imagine it cleansing away any energy that is stuck or stagnant in each of your chakras. At the end, call upon the light of source energy to fill each of them up with luminous white light. Source energy, universe, God, whatever you believe in. Cutting cords. Cords are the invisible energetic connection between two people. Attached to a chakra in each person, the cord feels more like a hook and is generally controlling and manipulative. A healthy relationship is two whole people coming together. Therefore, it is important to cut the energetic cords that pop up as we move through life. Let me take a sip of water. At the end of each day, tune into your body and notice if there is anyone who is tugging at you energetically. In your mind's eye, scan each of your chakras and notice where the cord is attached to you and what the cord seems to be made of. Perhaps it's a hook, a rope, a ribbon, or maybe even a steel cable. Imagine cutting the cord with a pair of scissors or some other tool. If you need extra help doing this, call upon Archangel Michael with his big silver sword to do the cutting with you. At the end, imagine a ball of white light protecting you. Archangel Michael is really helpful, and there are also cord cutting videos on YouTube if you have a hard time doing it yourself. On YouTube you find people that are knowledgeable on card cutting, and they can do it for you. Light bubble. Imagine your entire body being protected by a giant bubble of bright white light. This bubble is impenetrable by anyone or anything, protecting you every step of every day. Earthing. Magic happens when we experience a complete union of mind, body, and spirit. If we are not grounded and in our body, it is difficult to let our intuition move us. We are likely to feel unsupported by life, and we run the risk of saying too much in thought rather than in action. Earthing is a wonderful way to ground and embody our mind, body, and spirit. It's super easy to do and can be done absolutely anywhere. Find yourself a patch of earth, or if you can find earth, just imagine it, and stand with your shoes and socks off. Really feel the texture of the earth beneath your feet. Send any blocked energy or emotions you are struggling with to the earth through your right foot. Through your left foot, allow the healing frequency of earth to send you positive healing energy and let it flow through your entire body. High five a tree. Just like earthing, you can transmute bad energy just by touching a tree. Place your hand on the trunk of a tree and ask it to charge you up and help you dissolve any bad energy you may be holding. Epsom salt baths. Soak in an Epsom salt bath is not only a great way to protect and cleanse your energetic field, they're also brilliant for detoxifying your body and soothing your adrenal glands. I have one several times a week and feel so balanced after. Note, if you have a heart condition, are pregnant, or are on any medication, check with your medical practitioner before using Epsom salt. So, this was the messages that your past self had for you, pile number 1. I do hope that it was helpful. I wish you a beautiful time. Thank you for sticking with me till the end, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading from messages from your past self. As I tapped into your energy, my hands started to, the palms of my hands started to get warm. So I don't know if you are a healer, then this is your group. If you've been thinking of getting some energy healing on yourself, maybe this is a confirmation. Don't know, but since it started to flow out through me, then I'm sending you all the healing energy that you need right now, pile number 2. So, yeah, you chose the Children of Letha Tarot, the Malachi, the tune that was played, or the timestamp, and this is going to be your reading. Going to get messages, as I said in the intro, from the cards, tarot card. Then I have 3 oracle decks, and at last there is going to be also a message from the book. I have said it in pile number 1, and I will say it in for you too, that yes, this is are messages from your past self, but if your spirit guides want to say something as well, I will also let them get the message through. So, oops. Just so you know. And then let's shuffle it good. So that we can get the message that you need to hear from your past self. So let's go. With What does the past self of pile number 2 want to say? What message does the past self of pile number 2 has for them? What does the past self of pile number 2 wants to say? What does the past self of pile number 2 wants to convey? What message we? What does the past self of pile number 2 want to convey? What message does this card? Yeah, okay. Reverse. Good. What does the past self of pile number 2 wants to convey? Is this also reverse? Yes. What does the past self of pile number 2 wants to say? What message does the past self of pile number 2 has for them? What does the past self of pile number 2 wants to say? What one? Hoi! The cards are flying and going around to a place. Oh, thank goodness, with a return. Interesting card. So, at the back of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups. If I feel like I need to talk about the Knight of Cups, I will. If not, then let's forget about it. And see. So, we have 2 nines. The 9 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. We have the 10 right next to it. It's like 9, 10. It's the progression that is making, but the all 3 cards are in reverse. And we have the Ace of Swords, the 1. So 1, 9, 10. 10 also reduces to 1 in numerology. And we have the Queen of Swords. Really interesting. So, I have to say, this card is really brutal. It looks really brutal. The 9 of Swords normally talks about worrying, being too much in your head, suffering from your thoughts. Because you are worrying, because the demons are whispering bad things, and you are getting into this loop of worry and stuff, and you are suffering, even though it's not physical suffering that you are going through, but mental suffering. And I have to say, the crows are really pierced through with their swords. And interesting, they are pierced with 3 swords. It reminds me of the 3 of Swords, where in the normal Rider-Waite-Smith image, we have a heart that is pierced with 3 swords. In this deck, it's a swan that is pierced. So, this deck has brutal images. A warning here. The messages are not that brutal, they are just honest and truthful. Being in reverse, with the Ace of Swords in reverse and 9 of Wands in reverse. And we have the... trying to figure out what it's wanting to convey. Because the Queen of Swords, she is someone that has a lot of knowledge. She is a good communicator. She doesn't take nonsense from anyone. She is truthful and honest, brutally honest as well. and her mind is her strength. So she uses her thoughts and her knowledge on how to communicate as her weapons and as things that she works with. And the Ace of Swords is like pointing down. She has her sword that is pointing upwards. It's like the Ace of Swords is blocking the Nine of Wands from coming near the Queen of Cups. So either your thoughts that are circling in the dark hole of loop and doom is blocking you from stepping into the energy of the Queen of Swords to get the informations. It can also be that in the past you were the Queen of Swords that had a lot of that the mind worked as the best thing there could be, and now it's being blocked by the constant worry of things. But I really have to take a look at the guidebook, because sometimes I don't get the messages from this deck as fast as I would like to. The Nine of Wands. While upright, the Nine of Swords indicates spiraling towards hysteria. When reversed, it may suggest you are beginning to see or respond to a situation more logically. It may also just mean you need a good night's sleep. Reverse, renewed perspective, overreacting, overcoming anxieties, realizing it's darkest before the dawn. The Ace of Swords was here as well, so let's see. The Ace of Swords. Reverse, this realization can be the sudden discovery of a dark and unnerving secret, the exposure of a betrayal, or that your eyes have finally been opened to your own follies, may indicate that the truth is still unclear and ambiguous, but perhaps only because you are hesitant to see it. Reverse, failure, lack of focus, confusion, cowardice, memory loss, hostility, poor choices, poor planning, ambiguity. I like to read the poems of the cards. So the poem of the Ace of Swords is: from the north to the south, the east and the west, the breath of victory now bursts from my chest. And the poem of the Nine of Swords is: that which in darkness may appear in desire finds order and harmony in the fresh light of day. Since the Nine of Swords indicates that you are now seeing clearly, there may have been a time where you saw things clearly, you didn't see the things clearly, and you are going to see the things clearly again. And also, both cards are at embracing. The Ace of Swords is in the middle of those two cards, indicating something good. So whatever this was, it's not going to be affecting you as much as it would, because the other two cards are lightening up the energy here. So if there was something that you turned a blind eye to, it's I think your past self is now trying to say, hey, look, you really need to pay attention to this, and you will be seen clearly again from looking back. Maybe it's looking back at past wound because of the Nine of Wands. Is this a fox? This snow fox maybe is wounded and it's on the defense because it doesn't want to get more wounds. So maybe it is your past self is indicating you to to not turning a blind eye to past things that happened that made you wounded, so that you can see it from a different perspective, from a clearer mind, so that you can heal from it. But as I said, maybe I should really work on my self-confidence with this deck. Reverse. This card indicates that you or someone you are dealing with has been worn down by life. Reverse. Rash, impulsive, overindulgent, arrogant, pugnacious, distrusting, defeated. Well. The poem is, I'm tired and weary, but still on my way. I'll get there in time if I can weather the day. Let's see what the Wheel of Fortune has for us. The Wheel of Fortune. Reverse. Bad luck, disorder, upheaval, disruption, unwelcome or negative change, setbacks, delays, lack of control, stagnation, resisting necessary change, lack of progress, winter or fall, in reference to timing. Okay, no. Yeah. Okay, now I'm starting to get it. Because this part is more on the right side, more on the future side. Your past self is trying to make you pay attention to your thoughts and see the things that are going to happen clearly from a clear mind, so that whatever happens, it's not going to wear you down. Because sometimes, bad things happen. That's life. When bad stuff happens, someday the wheel is going to turn again and good things are going to happen. So it needs to be balanced, and not everything is a bad. It's just a challenge for us to overcome so that we can grow as a person and evolve. So seeing this disruption, the bad luck in a positive light, can bring you faster through the situation. It doesn't have to be, because if you need to have more time into processing and thinking about the stuff, then you will have enough capability to do this, because you are the Queen of Swords here in this sequence. You are represented by her. She is honest and truthful. She sees the things clearly that is happening to her from a perspective that maybe we right now will not be able to see, but after passing through it, the things will come back in order. Sometimes when you are in the middle of the situation, you are not seeing the things clear. As soon as you step back, calm your mind down, you will be seeing the truth behind the stuff that happened in this moment. And the poem, because I like to read the poems of this deck. It's just beautiful. It may be spring one moment and winter the next. First you are happy and then you are vexed. Fear not the wheel with its ups and its downs. It's on the same face, whether it smiles or frowns. Both the good and the bad are needed to be, so take the one with the other, for that is the key. Yeah, you can. If we only knew sadness, we wouldn't be able to appreciate happiness. As well as if we only knew happiness, we wouldn't appreciate the happiness because it is something that we think that is for granted. So we have to know the sadness so that we can really appreciate the happiness. In a way, in a sense, is what your past self is trying to convey right now to you. There is not much more to say with the tarot cards. So let's go to the humorous affirmation. So the past self of pile number 2, what do they want to say to them? What affirmation would the past self of pile number 2 want them to know? Everything. Yes. Okay. Well then, at the back of the deck we have no judgment. I release myself from any and all judgments. I find my inner critic, call it into my office, and tell it to take a vacation. As it leaves the room, I let out a sigh and begin to enjoy the joy of simply being. Who hired that guy anyway? Well, don't know. So, then we have, don't take it personally. Oh, I think that it's speaking about the 9 of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Don't take it personally. If someone starts to speak unkindly to me, I remember that they've got something going on that has nothing to do with me. Like maybe they just pooped their pants. Yes, that's probably it. When I was talking about my confidence with this tarot deck, here comes confidence. In this moment, I take a step back and look at myself with the pride of a good mother. I see an abundance of abilities and talents that show up all the time in big and little ways. If I could stick myself on a refrigerator, I would. I would invite all the neighbors over and say, look at that. Can you believe what an A+ that is? Options. As I open to the abundant possibilities of my life's path, I am reminded that I always have unlimited options. Life is a buffet and I allow myself to choose whatever makes me happiest without limiting thoughts like, you can't put mac and cheese on your baked potato. Well, you can do anything you want because you are the leader of your life. This is a message that I even said in pile number 1. So I say it to you too. You can do whatever you want. Unlimited potential. I choose to live a life of full potential. I trust that this will draw me towards experiences and people that support my growth and accomplishment. Tuning into this frequency, I now reach higher heights than I ever thought possible. Knowing that's an option, why would I have ever tuned into anything else? I'm looking at you, smooth jazz and talk radio. You have a lot of cards. Playfulness. I am a playful participant in life and I always have the option to make something a fun game rather than a heavy burden. Mary Poppins puts sugar in the medicine for a reason. That lady really knows how to party. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Sorry, just got reminded of that song. Follow your heart. I'm always rewarded when I follow my heart. I trust that the GPS in my heart knows all the best routes. And when it seems like it's taking too long to get where I want, I know that's because there's some cool, weird stuff to see along the way. Story of my life. As I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story where even the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. It's ultimately a happy story where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. And let me tell you, it'd be worth it when I earn that Pulitzer Prize for Best Inner Monologue. Abundance. Yo, pile number 2. There are a lot of abundance being talked here, so please get yourself the abundance right now. Abundance, congratulations! It seems you're due for an infinite big piece of abundance pie. Feel like you don't deserve it? Knock it off. It's already plated and ready to hit your table. Reluctant to take it? Shut your hole. Abundance pie is big enough to serve everyone. So get your whipped cream ready unless you're lactose intolerant. And enjoy your well-deserved metaphorical dessert. I hope I pronounced dessert right, because in German we say dessert, then French is dessert, or something like this. Really. Let's get more informations and more messages. Because it's not over yet. Okay. What is the Papa Supper? That was... am I taking the card? Yes, okay, that was fast. At the back of the deck we have, I'm sorry, defenselessness. Holy. Riding past wrongs. Uprooting. Ooh. Sorry, this card I'm going to read because every time I get it, I always forget what it means. And so I always read the booklet and remember, yeah, it's this card. So I'm sorry, are you at the S or are you at the M? At the I. It's at the I. I'm sorry. We're living in divisive times. When we're hurt and triggered, we tend to see things as a personal attack. Don't take it personally. The cards are working so well together. It's amazing. Tend to see things as a personal attack rather than an opportunity for healing. If we're to find true peace and unity, we need to drop our defenses and see things outside of right and wrong. As souls, we intrinsically remember unity and yearn for it here on earth. Perhaps this is why it feels so painful when we experience the opposite. But it's crucial to remember that we can't simply bypass reality and pretend that unity, love, and forgiveness are here. This is one of the greatest challenges for starseeds. To bring about unity, we must first acknowledge the ways in which both we and the world have been divisive. Personally, ancestrally, and collectively. The shadows, hate, wounds, separation, suffering, wrongs, and sadness. You may be called to explore how you, your ancestors, or your society have consciously or unconsciously inflicted pain on others. To find a way to drop the armor around your heart and see things as truly are for all people. To say I'm sorry with an open heart and mean it, to be part of the healing rather than the perpetuation of inherited conflict or oppression. This isn't about blame, it's about unwinding the patterning that got us here. You may be called to devote your time to causes you believe in or to do healing work on your ancestral line. What was I talking about when I said that when I tapped into your energy, that I was feeling the energy flow out of my palms because of the healing? Wow. Now it's came full circle for me. So something to what is it? Meditate upon. How are you being called to drop your defenses and unwind past wrongs? The blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. So your past self is saying that you are going through a spontaneous awakening because you are seeing clearly the stuff clearly now. It means that you are getting an epiphany. So this epiphany is a way of an awakening as well, and you are activating stuff in your blueprint, in your cells, that are going to help you on your journey. And now this is leading for you to integrate the new things, the new ways of being, seeing things into the life with the integration time. And yes, I'm going to read it for you, because this card is powerful. This is a card of awakening and energetic upgrades. Perhaps you are going through a period of spontaneous awakening, receiving visions and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. In the West, little is known about the process of spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when we are going through it alone. Elsewhere, they can be seen as auspicious experiences, with those going through them being treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. They appear in moments of extreme awakening, activating a physical Kundalini awakening and deep cellular and DNA healing. Kundalini awakening is the awakening of your 7 chakras. It starts at your root chakra, and the energy starts to flow from your root chakra upwards to your sacral chakra, your solar plexus chakra, your heart chakra, third eye chakra, and ends at the top of your head with the crown chakra. So the energy is flowing up from under up. And when this happens, you are clearing things that were rooted in the certain chakras. So fear, blockages, stagnations that maybe were held in those certain chakras. It's the Kundalini awakening is bringing forth those wounds and those blockages to clear them out, so the energy can flow upwards in a balanced way. Many people glamorize the awakening process. However, in reality, it's much messier and more difficult than most of us believe. We must first let go of what we think we know for sure and how we make sense of the world. This isn't easy. The awakening process, even when it's spontaneous, takes a considerable amount of time to integrate, and the awakening without the integration can leave us feeling very ungrounded. If you're in the midst of an awakening, the process never ends. Treat this time as deeply sacred and give yourself ample space to ground and integrate the extreme changes you're going through. Grounding, walking in nature, walking barefoot on grass or a patch of land is helping you ground. There are grounding meditations on YouTube. There is a ton of ways how to ground yourself. Now there is a starseed activation. Imagine this card being in front of your heart center, and either whisper or say it out loud. I allow myself to surrender to the awakening process that's right for me. I take things slowly and integrate my experiences each and every day. Here you can pause the video if you want to say it for yourself. I'm taking a sip of water. Then we have, you got the love. Sagittarian energy, codependency, boundaries. Yeah. If I remember correctly, it is said that the Sagittarian energy is it's a type of energy that they love everything unconditionally, and they give love out all the time. But this can lead them to being used, and because they love everyone and give love free out and don't expect anything in return, they have a hard time putting in boundaries so that other people don't overstep the things, and so other people can take from them, and they don't have the boundaries to set because they find it like I like them too much, I don't want to hurt them, stuff like this, and so boundaries nowhere to be found. So if you are a person that gives, other people overstep things and do things that you don't like, but you dismiss it, then you have not built a proper boundary with them. You have to stand your ground and say no, or say to them, hey, look, I don't like this when you do this. Could we find a solution where we both are happy with the decision? And you know, boundaries, myself and I, in the past, I also didn't have boundaries. Moreover, with a certain childhood friend, when she suggested things and I didn't like this, I would say no. But she would always try to convince me otherwise, and sometimes even use a bit of guilt trip into me getting guilty and saying, okay, yes, let's do this. So I was not firm with my boundaries, and I let them overstep the boundaries that I had set, and so I was not protecting myself from it. But now I'm slowly learning how to put in boundaries and say, hey, look, nope, I don't like this. You can't and will not get what you want because I don't like this. It doesn't do me any good, and so on and so forth. And codependency, it's like I don't know, did I ever have a codependent relationship? Can I even talk about it? Let's see, what does this talk about codependence? You got the love. Where does he talk about codependence? The Hadarians are believed to be beacons of pure, divine, unconditional love, who see love in all people and situations. As a result, they can find it hard to have boundaried, interdependent, healthy relationship, because they only see the unconditional nature of those they meet. The lovers of the cosmos, they dive in fast. They're here to learn how to love while in a separate body, to learn to love self first and then establish healthy relationship with others, to remember that the love they seek is already within them, that they truly do have the love all on their own. The message of this card is to review the ways you may need to establish healthier boundaries. Perhaps you're in a codependent relationship in which you may be losing your sense of self. It's common for starseed to dive deep into relationships, particularly with those who feel safe and familiar and soul level. Perhaps you're in a relationship in which you give more than you receive, or perhaps there's a certain volatility to it, and you're always unsure where you stand. This card is assigned to do a relationship review and see what energetic agreements you've made, consciously or unconsciously, to acknowledge if there are relationships in which you feel anxious or powerless, in which you don't feel like it's safe to relax and just be you, to assess if there are any places of inadequacy that you've used a relationship to soothe and cover up. Something for you to meditate upon is, do you lose yourself in a relationship? If so, how? How can you develop a deeper love for yourself? Yeah. And we have a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. This talks about a new way of being, a new way of seeing things as well, and on earth as well. It's happening. Things are changing to a better way. Of course, we don't see it right now because first there's chaos, so that the old things can fall away. The Tower card of Tarot. First things, there's chaos, destruction, so that the old ways of being can fall away. This takes some time, of course, and after this, there is a time of rebuilding the new, a new way of being, and the earth is doing the same thing right now. So what do you want to have in this new earth? What beliefs do you have? Are you a person that is, for example, I'm taking my example. I don't like war. I find it something unnecessary, because we are always told as little children that when we fight, we should not use physical means to hurt someone else. So it's being said, don't hurt the others with your punches or with your words. And then you see adults in military being used in wars to hurt the other person from another religion, another ethnicity, another country. And what do? They use weapons far more dangerous than just a punch, and they kill each other. I don't understand this. We are all adults and we can speak through our differences. It's what we are always told to do, to talk about our differences. So why can't countries do the same thing? Like, you don't like this, the other person doesn't like this too. So talk to each other, even if it takes years of talking. Find a solution that it's peaceful, because I don't want to see humans killing each other and hurting each other. It breaks my heart. And also the people that are dying, they have family, they have friends. The people will feel hurt as well. They are going to be sad because their person that they loved is not there anymore. So how do I see the new earth? A peaceful place where all human beings accept each other and doesn't hurt each other through weapons, and talk to each other to find solutions together in a peaceful way. So that's my vision that I have, and I'm going to keep this. And if you let's say, if you think, hey, she's right, I don't want to see war and the pain of others suffering from war as well, keep imagining a peaceful earth where there is no war, where we are peaceful living together side by side. And so we are together manifesting this new earth where there is no war. And that same thing is for you. Is there something that you want to have in your life? Keep holding the vision. It's going to happen. We may not see it right now, but in the future, hopefully, for the generations that are coming next of us, They are going to live in this beautiful, peaceful place that we created for them. So now to the debut of my oracle deck. That it's a little bit big, so maybe there is going to be a little bit of chaos by following everything around. The messages are in German, but don't worry, I'm going to translate it. Yeah, I made it when I didn't have a lot of oracle decks, so now that I have more oracle decks, it went a little bit on the forgetting side, but now it's back. So let's see. What are the messages does the past self of pile number 2 have for them? Is this everything? Yes. Okay. At the back of the deck, we have you still have to learn something. There is something that you need to learn. So the chaos of having the cards all beautiful laid down. Let's put it back. So then we have solar plexus chakra, the yellow. It's a chakra that is about confidence, self-esteem. It's also a driving force. So maybe you need to work on your solar plexus chakra. Through meditations, you can get Reiki healing to help balance the solar plexus chakra. I did tell this pile number 1, but I made a video where I'm sending Reiki energy to all 7 chakras. There are also other people. If you don't vibe with my energy, you can search up in YouTube for Reiki to solar plexus chakra, and then you'll find it for free. There are wonderful people out there that are doing a great job. You can listen to solar plexus meditation music to help balance it out if you can do it on your own. But yeah, there is the need of working on your solar plexus chakra. Then we have new beginning. So the 10, when I said the 10 can be reduced to 1. 10 is completion in numerology, and 1 is a new beginning. So something is ending, something is beginning. We have here luck is waiting for you. So if you felt unlucky, don't worry, the luck is coming back to you. Then we have soulmate. So maybe you are going to meet a soulmate that is going to be important to you and help you work through certain things, or they are going to trigger some healing as well. Soulmate can be a friend, family member, and romantic as well. Soulmates are either romantic, platonic, or part of the family. Then we have heart chakra. So the heart chakra is right up the solar plexus. It's where our unconditional love comes from, our love for ourselves and for others. So solar plexus and heart chakra is something that you need to work on. Then we have time to step back, so that you can either heal yourself or see things from a different perspective. So retreat yourself so that you can work on the stuff that needs to be worked on. Probably not. If you ask something, the answer is probably not. Oops. Let's put it here so that we have enough space for the cards. Financial secure. So if you are worrying about your financial situation, know that you are safe. Financial things are safe. You don't have to worry about it. Crown chakra. So that's the last chakra. That's on top of your head. It's where we are connected to the universe, to our higher self, where we get downloads from the universe, from our higher self, also our spirit guides. It enters the crown chakra. By the way, the colors of the deck, of the back of the deck, are the colors of the chakras. So the solar plexus chakra is yellow, the heart chakra is green, and the crown chakra is violet and purple. So working on the crown chakra. By the way, now that I'm reminded, because I have here, this is lavendel, it's a lavendel scented candle. Aromatherapy can also help with the chakras, and lavendel is good for the crown chakra. And as well, now I'm seeing, amethyst is also something that helps with the crown chakra and the third eye chakra. Malachite is green, so it helps with the solar with the heart chakra. And for the solar plexus chakra, everything that's yellow, citrine is good for the solar plexus chakra, and anything else that is yellow or bright yellow. So, and then we have your last card, let go. There is something that you need to let go of. You will know what you are holding on to tight. So now, to the last message of your past self, let's get a word from the book. That comes from your past self. So, past self of pile number 1, pile number 2, I'm sorry. Past self of pile number 2, what last message do you have for yourself in this present moment? 5 people. 5 people. Jim Rohn said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, which is a pretty powerful statement when you think about it. Vibrational speaking, if you have a group of people, the highest vibration and the lowest vibration will always cancel each other out. So if you are constantly spending time with people who bring you down, you will be brought down. If you are spending most of your waking hours with people who don't take your dreams and beliefs seriously, you are more likely to start doubting them too. Likewise, if you surround yourself with people who think anything is possible, it will rub off. When we are on the spiritual path, we are in a constant state of growth. This can mean that we outgrow relationships that were once a big part of our lives. When this happens, it's hard not to cling on. However, the tighter we try to hold on to people who are no longer an energetic match with the life we are called to live, the further away from our true path and our true selves we stray, and the further they stray from theirs. Letting go of relationships that no longer serve us doesn't signify a lack of love, rather the opposite. There are times when we need to let go and leave space for new people to come in. Some people come into our lives for a moment, some for a chapter, and some for a lifetime. If you follow your true path, you will never be alone, for it will be filled with people who are walking right alongside you. Work your light. Write down the names of 5 people you currently spend the most time with. I make an example. My mother, my father, 2 of my friends, and the people from the Armenia community. There are too much. Which is the 5th people. Another friend that now is away on vacation. Going to miss her. Now, questions you should ask yourself. Do these 5 people represent and encourage your biggest self? Do they make you expand or contract? Do they make you feel free or trapped? Do they inspire you or bore you? Do they challenge you to grow? Do they support you? Are they happy when you win? Do they believe and value similar things? Do they encourage you to shine? Are they aligned with the life you are consciously creating? Okay, that's it. That was the last message from your past self that you needed to hear right now. So I hope that you like this. I hope that this was a help to you. Thank you for sticking with me till the end. Wish you all the beautiful things on your path and good luck on your journey. And I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. You chose the Gentle Heart Tarot, the Moonstone, the number 3, or the timestamp that was down below, or the tune from the Clairaudiant part. This is going to be your reading. As I have said in pile number 1 and pile number 2, these are messages from your past self, but if your spirit guides have a message for you, we'll let them bring the information to you as well. Yeah, not going to restrict anything or anyone. So, I'm going to use tarot cards, then 3 oracle decks, and at the end, the last message is going to come from the book, as I said in the intro. I just like to repeat things. And yeah, let's get started. What does the past self of pile number 3 wants to convey? What message does the past self of pile number 3 has? What do they have to say to pile number 3? What does the past self of pile number 3? Nope. What does the past self of pile number 3 have to say to them? What message do they want to convey? Yo. What does the past self of pile number 3 want to say? What does the past self of pile number 3 wants to convey? What messages do the past self of pile number 3 has for I'm not going to take all these cards. Please, one last card. One card. What does the past self of pile number 3 has to say to them? What message does the past self of pile number 3 wants to say and to convey with one last? I said one card, not 4. One last card, please. What does the past self of pile number Shishkara? Do I have to take both? Yes. Good. Is the sun upright? Yeah. Is the 8 of Swords upright? Yes. Okay, well, you have the only group with all cards upright. Easier for me to read when I have to be sitting here. At the back of the deck we have the 7 of Cups upright as well. Well. And you see there are cards in reverse as well. So I'm not, you saw me shuffling. I'm not making this up. So if I need to say something about the 7 of Cups, I will. If not, well, then no. So we don't have a center card, so I will be starting with reading from left to right. Reading from left to right. So now I can talk again. So we have the 4 of Swords. Yeah. Are you working too much? It feels like sorry, my mind just, when I said feels like, it ended with feels like Cinderella. it's I don't know which song it's called. It's a song by Tomorrow by Together, and there is the part of one that raps feels like Cinderella, and then he goes on and on in Korean. I don't speak Korean, so sadly can't say what the rest of the song is because I don't know the name. But if you are curious, just write feels like Cinderella and then TXT or Tomorrow by Together. By the way, the by is written with an X. So Tomorrow X Together. TXT. So yeah. So if you've been working hard, the Four of Swords is the card that says you need to take a rest and sleep. Because we have here the Ten of Swords as well. And you see the person that she is dead. In a way. She just cannot get up again. The energy is away. Also, the Ten of Swords talks about betrayal. So, but since we have the Page of Diamonds and the Strength right beside it, and we have the Sun, the messages from the cards are not that heavy. And it feels more like you've been really working hard and your energy is a little bit on the low side and you need to take some rest to recuperate so that you have enough strength to continue your path. Yeah, taking a rest. The Page of Diamonds is young energy. They are learning their ways on the physical world, if it's work, school stuff, and financial things, the material world. They are learning to navigate, and sometimes young energy can go overboard because they don't know their limits. So, because they are excited, they want to push, and you cannot always push. You need sometimes to go back and sleep and rest. Sorry, I'm getting a slight headache. I don't know if you are having a headache right now, and I'm feeling your headache, or if it's because of me. So I just wanted to say this out. I'm holding an amethyst at my temple. Amethyst helps with headaches as well as lavendel scented aromatherapy with lavendel or drinking lavendel tea. So being drawn towards the Ten of Swords. What else is there to say about the Ten of Swords? It's the end, yeah. It's the end of the journey. The suit starts with the Ace of Swords and ends with the Ten of Swords. So the journey is completed. You know, it makes sense. Because we have here, those three cards are all pink, rose colored. Don't know how you say this in English. Rose. Well, I would say rose. And then we have the Strength and the Sun that are both brown. It's like they are standing out here. It's like there is this cut end of the Ten of Swords, the end of the journey, the beginning of the journey here with the strength, inner strength, confidence, loyal person. So, here it's done. Gentle and tender, because she, even though it's a lion, and lion can be fierce, really ferocious. Do you say this like this? Really, when they are angry, and you don't want to be near it. So, but they are calm and composed here, and she is not afraid of the lion, because she's coming from a tender place with gentleness. So the lion is not, how do you say it? Not in defense mode. So it appears that after working hard and taking the rest that you need, you are going to be in a place that you may need to give yourself the tenderness and gentleness so that you can take a rest. Because self-care is being tender and gentle to yourself. And with this, you are going to get the strength back to move to the next step, which is happiness and success. So you've worked hard, you are depleted now. Now you need to take some rest, be gentle with yourself so that you have the strength to continue with the work that is going to lead you to the success and the happiness that you want to have. At the end, of course, yeah. At the end, we have the Eight of Swords. But I don't see it like, because of the sun right next to it. It's the Eight of Swords is someone that is stagnant, doesn't move, don't see clearly in front of them because they are blindfolded. They are bound, and the swords are here, but the swords is an illusion. It's the thoughts that bring you to this stagnancy. Your thoughts are circling around and making you feel like you are... Mind, please stop. Always saying feel like Cinderella. Okay. I don't know why. Maybe you need to listen to the song. Let me Google it. What type of song this is? So, found it. The song is called Cat and Dog. Here, the lyrics, English. So, now let's see. Where is the part of Feel Like Cinderella? What does it mean? Feel like Cinderella. That. Feel like Cinderella. So. 50s. Sorry. I'm saying the numbers in German. Feel like Cinderella, I change. Hey, from a kitty, I turn into your own Gindor dog. Hey, maybe a type of dog. Before you get home at midnight, I'll be on guard around you snarling. Okay. Don't know what I should do with this information. Well, this song is a little bit... I'm reading the lyrics. Feel like I'm your cat, I'm your dog. All I see is you in my eyes. What we got is no coincidence, but a kitty incidence. When I'm with you, I purr. Well, the song talks, I think, about being the cat or the dog of a certain person, because I don't know what their problem is. Just so you know, you are not the pet of anyone. that's not the way it is. And we had a kitty that turned into a dog, a kitty that turned into a lion. Maybe you are changing from a little kitty that's learning the way around the world, and now you are this big lion with a lot of strength and success. And sometimes in life it happens that you feel like you are stuck, but you're not stuck at all. It's just an illusion of the Eight of Swords, because you can step out in the others. Of course, and now I have to say in the others. Tarot decks normally, the swords are not around like this. There is a path where it's open, where you can walk through it. And also the blindfold and the rope is not that tight. So let me see what the Eight of Swords in this deck means. You're feeling trapped or entangled in a difficult situation. This is a tricky position to reside in and can cause great stress and unhappiness. Since we have the sun right beside it, the unhappiness is not that big. The sun is right, like a little bit soothing it out, as well as with the strength right in front. So, just saying, the key to the Eight of Swords is that you have the solution to this difficult situation. You know what you must do to overcome feeling lost or stuck, but nevertheless, due to fear of failure, procrastination, or anxiety, it's difficult for you to put your foot down and get you out of this self-inflicted suffering. Remind yourself of who you are and everything that you are capable of. You don't need to go through this. Now, since it talked about procrastination, let habitual procrastinator talk about procrastination. So I am a procrastinator. I fear of starting to do the things because I am afraid of failing. But nevertheless, I sometimes start to do the things, because if I didn't start, even though I thought that I'm not able to do the readings here on YouTube, because for me last year when I started this channel, I was like, really, starting a YouTube channel, reading tarot cards, can I do this? I'm not that good like the others on YouTube. They are like, their psychic abilities are so big, and they are so connected to it that I feel like I'm not in a position to do this as well. But the feeling kept hitting me. the nudge of trying to do this was still there. So I started, and here I am, and it's working somehow. When I thought that, yeah, the messages I'm not getting really through, I'm not confident in my abilities, I would get messages from my friend saying, hey, it resonated, exactly what you said is what I'm going through. And I was like, really? Then I'm doing the things right. That's good. So, and I'm currently also procrastinating some other things, but I want to overcome this. But I'm a habitual procrastinator, meaning that I'm doing this out of habit, procrastinating. And how do I procrastinate best is I get distractions, illusions that I think is good, but in reality it's not good at all. It's a fake snake. So, but of course, talks about illusions as well. So, how do I procrastinate? Well, I hang out on YouTube watching videos instead of studying, instead of filming, instead of doing the things that I'm called now to do. What else do? I watch Netflix, I watch animes, I read mangas, I read manhwas, the Korean version of mangas. I read webtoons. I spend my time doing things that are keeping me from doing the things that I need to do. But it's all an illusion. I have enough strength and knowledge and intelligence to study and do the things that I am called to do, but because of habits, I'm in the habit of doing all the other things, and so trying something new is like out of my comfort zone. So I just say, yeah, let's do it tomorrow. And I also have to say that the procrastination also comes from my father. So he would sometimes also say, I will do it tomorrow, I will do it tomorrow. And somehow this got programmed in myself. Then I also say, I do it tomorrow. Tomorrow I have also time to do this thing. So yeah. Now less about me, more about your past self. Let's go to the oracle cards. By the way, I'm really sitting really relaxed right now. So either you need to relax right now, or you are currently really relaxed watching this video, because I have a box underneath my desk with books in it. I have my feet on the box, like stretched out and crossed over. And normally I should sit with the feet steady on the ground. Could it be that pile number 3 you are clairaudient? Because I'm hearing stuff. I feel like Cinderella. What I was hearing, and my feet are steady on the ground. This. It's the song. I know the song, but I don't know the name of it. My feet are steady on the ground. Trying to figure out which song this is. Let me try to find it on Google. Okay, now this song is quite heavy. It's Unbreakable by Fade. It starts, don't tell me I'm not good enough. Times like this, I wish I never existed. Nobody wants to listen. I'm screaming out for help. Times like this, I wish that I could let go and open up a window, free to be myself. But then there's you standing over me, trying to make a fool of me, trying to get the best of me. And then there's you trying to shut me out, trying to kick me when I'm down. That ain't gonna stop me now. How does it feel to know that I don't care at all? Your words don't mean a thing at all. I choose to rise, you choose to fall. How does it feel to know that I am capable of more than you will ever know? Don't tell me I'm not good enough, don't you bring me down. I'm moving up and you're over now. You gave me fire every time you came around. My feet are steady on the ground and you will knock me down. Ha! No more. Oh, now I'm unbreakable. Oh, now I'm unbreakable. Yeah. Feels like your past self is trying to say that you are unbreakable and that you have your feet steady on the ground and nothing can knock you down. I love the song, by the way, even though it's a bit on the heavy side in the beginning, but yeah. The message overall at the end is empowering. So now, what else does the past self of pile number 3 wants to say to them? What other messages does the past self of pile number 3 have for them? What affirmation would the past self of pile number 3 say would be helpful for them right now? Is this all? Yes, okay. At the back we have divine timing. Everything is timing and timing is everything. Gladly I release my concern over timing and let things happen when and as they will. I trust that the divine schedule makers know what they're doing. It can take a long time to reach divine middle management. Now I'm hearing Unbreakable in my head. Listen to it. So affirmators. Next one is patient. Sorry. Let me get down. Patience. Congratulations, you've been granted more patience. You may start using it right away or much later. Waiting a long time is the sort of option now afforded to you by greater patience. Can you believe it? Look at this, you're still reading and you haven't started getting annoyed yet. Imagine how this patience will transform your life. Imagine how easy it will be to go to the post office. Apparently going to the post office is something that needs great patience. Next we have authenticity. Authenticity is the name of the game. Whatever comes up, I will feel it. Well, maybe you feel like Cinderella, you need to feel the stuff. I don't know why. Whatever needs to be said, I will say it. Whoever doesn't get it doesn't have to get it, but at least they know it because I have said it, and that's way better than leaving a passive-aggressive note about it. Yep, and if you are not able to say it, I recommend writing it as a letter, as kind as and gentle as possible. That's what I did with my father. There needed to be some things said about my feelings, and I'm bad at expressing them with my words in talking, but it works better when I'm writing. Next one, we have personal growth. As I move toward greater consciousness, I feel old thoughts and habits fall away like training wheels on a bike. They help me get to where I am, but now that I can ride, I don't need those slow and crummy wheels. Except when I'm making bike analogies, I made a new word. Slow and crummy is now slummy. So now, before I go to the other oracle decks, I feel like I need to. Maybe you're also clairsentient or an empath, because I'm like saying a lot of feel likes. So I feel like I need to get you some encouraging messages from songs, because we had I feel like Cinderella, we had Unbreakable. So let's see, maybe you like to express yourself with music. So what message does the past self of pile number 3 has for them? What message does the past self of pile number 3 have for them? Is this everything? Yes, okay. At the back of the deck we have Dream Glow by BTS feat. Charlie XCX, I don't know how to pronounce this. My dream is to stay AA. I won't give up AA. Dream Glow, yeah. Your dream is to stay somewhere and not give up on the dream. Where do I put this? So. Then we have Lights by BTS. Dawn will come to the darkest of nights, overcome even the future. We won't stop from now on. Decide for yourself what it means to be happy. No. Every day, take a step to grow up, the personal growth. So we have the Sun card and the personal growth in one music. Then we have Headphones by Britt Nicole. Hey, you might not see it with your eyes, but keep your head up to the sky. The sun is coming through. Again, the sun. And last, Try by Colby Kayat. Wait a second, why should you care what they think of you when you are alone by yourself? Yeah. The song says about how this person puts on makeup, puts their hair up, run the extra mile to keep them slim. When they go shopping with the others, they spend it all out because they want to fit in and want the others to think good of them. And then the solution from the singer perspective is, why should you care what they think of you when you are alone by yourself? So they were constantly thinking about what others think about themselves, even though they were alone at home. So feels like that your past self is trying to say to you that you should not care what others think about yourself. And I do have to say this. Now, when I started my tarot journey, I asked my first tarot deck, because it was the only tarot deck that I had. At that time, I had a crush on someone. So I asked my tarot deck what they thought about myself. My tarot deck slapped me in the face, and the message that I got was, why do you care what he thinks about yourself? What do you think about yourself? So with this, I started to think, hey, maybe my cards are right. They are right. So maybe I should work on my self-image, how I see myself, more than what I have to care about what others say about me, because there's always going to be a person that is going to misunderstand us, to see what they want to see, and we cannot make a difference. We cannot change this. And also, what they think about you, you will not know. So it will not hurt you what they think about you, because you are not a mind reader. If you have the ability of telepathy, then it's another story. But most of the time, we will never know what others think about ourselves, because we don't hear it. So we cannot get hurt from it. So the most important thing is, what do you think about yourself? Now back to the oracle cards that I had prepared. So, what other message does the past self of pile number 3 have for them right now? What do they want to say to pile number 3? What does the past self of pile number 3 wants to say and to convey? Is this everything? Yes, good. At the back of the deck we have Earth. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. And this card is one I rarely get. So let me take the booklet out and read from it. Earth. Here. The challenge for our souls having a human experience is to be in the world but not of it. To realize they are souls having a human experience and be fully conscious of it. To have their soul fully embody their body. People's personalities tend to relate to either transcendence or immanence. Those who lean toward transcendence have a longing for the heavens and the metaphysical. They yearn for a personal experience with God and to be lost in the heavens. They're envious of the angels and are more comfortable praying and hanging out in the stars than on earth. Also called sometimes daydreaming. That is what I do. Those who tend toward immanence have attached themselves more to earth and their body. They spend more time thinking about things in the physical world rather than connecting with the heavens or their own mystical inner world. Being a fully embodied soul, sorry for bumping you, where was I? Physical, rather than connecting with the heavens on their own or their own mystical world. Being a fully embodied soul, having a human experience, means finding the balance between transcendence and immanence, being in the world but not of it. Most starseeds are drawn towards transcendence. They're more comfortable with the angels and the heavens. Life on earth can be more difficult for them. If this is you, you're being reminded that you chose to be a soul in a body on earth, and you're being called to focus more of your energy in the physical world, to learn how to be human, a soul in a human body, fully present to what life on earth has to offer you. Something that you can meditate upon is, do you tend to long for the stars or be more in the physical? How can you find greater balance between the two? Next we have trust the timing. Hey, what? Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. The thing with the divine timing that we had with the affirmators card, I think I need not say much more about timing, because when the time's right, things happen. Where time's not running out, so you don't have to hurry to hurry up and get all things done of your bucket list, because it's too much. You need to take time, one point at a time. So, for example, my bucket list, I have it on my wall here, up to do. Learn French, German, Spanish, Portuguese, Korean, Japanese, and Greek. I'm not going to be able to learn all the languages now in one go. That's just too much. So, my priorities currently are French, German, and I'm learning Spanish. Portuguese I already speak because of my mother, but that will come later. Greek I will learn because it's the language of my father's side. I will learn when I'm done with learning French and German, because then I have one thing done and I can start a new one. I did start learning Korean, and I can read a little bit of the things, but I don't understand it. I just know how to read it, not to understand it. And Japanese, I know a few words because of anime watching. The things that I did for procrastination. So I still have time. I'm turning 25 in April. So I have my whole life to learn all the languages that I want. So I'm not going to hurry and do everything at once, because it's going to leave me confused, because French and Spanish as well as Portuguese are languages that are similar, and once I made a mix with French and Spanish, but now I can separate them, thank goodness. But yeah, it's happened. Human brain things, mix it together. Then we have I Remember, Soul Plan, the fated life versus the destiny. Ooh. Now this card I'm going to read, because this is something that I'm not able to say with my own words. And Rebecca Campbell, she says it in a way that we understand it. So let's take her words. There was a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of the life you're living right now. It feels like the same thing that the card in Earth said. When you plotted out these exact moments along the timeline of your life, we live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become our destiny only through saying yes. The fated life is the one we were born into. The destiny life is the one our soul chooses, and it takes courage and faith. If you pull this card, it's because you're likely now face to face with the choice to follow the destiny life over the fated life, to trust the path your soul is calling you toward, and to remember that this moment was prearranged on your life's timeline. You may find yourself at a crossroads, at a moment when you're being called to make a decision, to keep walking the perfectly laid out path before you or choose the one less traveled. You may be facing a change of career, a new relationship, a difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You're being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you're confronted with a path that's undefined, it's normal for doubt to rear its head. The Eight of Swords. In fact, this is a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater plan. Every hero in his or her life journey comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around it is through it. It's all part of the larger plan. Like today I thought about I need to make this video for Thursday. By the way, I'm filming this on Tuesday, so it's fresh. And I was thinking about today, how did I read tarot cards again? I'm like, am I going to be able to convey the messages that the cards want to convey? And then I was like, starting to doubt myself. And then I was like, but every time I start, I somehow manage to get through it. So the doubting me and the confident me were having a discussion, and the confident me won. So I started to do the filming. Pile number 1 and 2 went out with a jiffy. Now I'm here at your pile. It's going great as well. So there was no need for me to doubt. I'm able to do it somehow. Sorry for bumping into you again. It's like I'm having a little chit chat with you. I don't know why. I'm feeling really comfortable in your energy. Pile number 1 and 2 were also comfortable. So don't mistake it. So something you can meditate upon is, what are you being called to do to surrender to your soul's plan? This is also a message for me, because I'm being called to do something and I'm not doing it. So let me take this message as well for myself. Now, last oracle deck before we go into the book, into the libromancy part of this thing. This is oracle deck I made when I only had one oracle deck in my possession, and I wanted to have some messages that were different from the oracle deck that I had. But now I have enough oracle decks that this one got a little bit forgotten, but it's back into business. So let's see what it has. By the way, the messages are in German, but I will translate it. Don't worry. So what does the past self of pile number 3 has to say to them? Are there any other messages that pile number 3's past self wants to convey to them and say? Are the 2 cards there the only cards? Yeah, apparently so. So at the back of the deck we have the tie is not right yet. Again, divine timing. You have a lot of messages about timing. Are you worrying about that you don't have enough time to do things? Or that you have not enough time to do things? Or the time is running out like here? No, you have enough time. Take it easy, slow down. Slow down, take it easy. It's a sticker that was sometimes on cars for a time period here in Switzerland. I don't know if it was something that came from outside, but it was like, slow down, take it easy. Then we have spiritual bath. Now, what is a spiritual bath? You can either Google it on YouTube and see what others say, or you can listen to me right now. I got the spiritual bath from Shonetta Divine's Tarot. She talked about taking a bath to cleanse your energy. And if you are an empath like myself and clairaudient, you may pick up on energies from others. So cleansing you with a bath is helping. How do you cleanse yourself? In the book, The Light is the New Black, I know this because the passage came for pie number 2, or pie number 2? No, for pie number 1. And there was taking a bath with Epsom salt. I, for example, don't know where I should get Epsom salt. I never researched it. I just went and bought sea salt. It works too. With Epsom salt, if you are pregnant or have heart conditions or any other things, check with your doctor if you can take the bath. Sea salt I take because I love the ocean. I feel really connected to the ocean. I feel at peace when I'm by the ocean. So why should I not use ocean salt to take my bath? So I take the sea salt and Himalayan salt. The sea salt is for cleansing. The Himalayan salt is for self-love and love in general. So when I let the water run to fill up my tub, and then I put the sea salt in. And while doing this, I think about that the sea salt with the water should cleanse myself from any energies that are not mine, from any stagnant energies that are holding myself back, any energies that, any negative energies or things that are stuck in me and that needs to go away because they are not for my highest and greatest good. Then with the Himalayan salt, I just say, and mostly I think about it. I think that this salt fills me with self-love and love, that I should feel held and loved while I'm in the bathtub. And I also use full moon water. I normally put a bottle of water outside when there is a full moon and ask the moon to charge the water with cleansing energy, so that when I take a bath, that old stuff can cleanse away. But recently weather was bad and I didn't get the full moon rays, so no full moon water for me now. And the last one is toxic behavior. So if you are a procrastinator, this is a toxic behavior because you are standing in your own way, in a way. Hey, I'm not blaming you, I'm not judging you, I'm doing the same thing. So I am understanding of you. It's not easy to break those habits and those toxic behaviors, just take it one step at a time. If you want to learn a new language, just taking as an example, and you feel it's really overwhelming to learn a new language, start by learning 5 words at the first day. Just 5 words. You can make it less than 5 words. 3 words. 3 new words at the first day. And the second day, you repeat those 3 words that you've learned from the past day, and you add 1. Then you have 4. The next day, you repeat those 4 words. And when you feel like, I know those words, take 1 more. And then you have 5 words. Then you learn those 5 words. Next day, you repeat those 5 words. And you stay with this just to get those 5 words really ingrained into your brain, and slowly and surely you learn a new word, and then you have a lot of words, and you can start learning the grammar, because now you can understand and use the words that you have learned to make those sentences and to answer those things. Mostly in the books, you learn the words by it implementing in the exercises. So just learn the words that was in the first exercise for the first day. Then in the second day, mostly of the time, the words are being repeated in the second exercise. Then you are getting their repetition, and so on and so forth. And if it's hard to sit down with the book, just put the book at the place where you're seeing it. Then sit in front of the book. You are taking time to see the book. And then you go away. The next day you do the same. At the same time. Then you go away. The next day maybe you feel like, hey, at the same time when you always sit in front of the book, maybe now you get the courage to open up the book and read, I don't know, the first page. Then you close it and go away. Next day, you feel like the same time, the book is there in front of you. You open it again, read through it, and maybe do an exercise. And so you are implementing the behavior of doing the thing that needs to be done. And I should also do this. So feels like I'm talking here to myself. So hi myself. I hope you got the message. So now, light is the new black. Let's get the final message for today. What does the past self of pie number 3 wants to say to them? What do they want to convey? What is the last message that they want to say here? You are divine. Although you appear in earthly form, your essence is pure consciousness. You are the fearless guardian of divine light. Rumi. You are divine in every sense of the word, an expression of source, energy, light in human form. The ego leads us to believe we are separate from source, universe, God, whatever you believe in, and each other. And that we need to work to find our wholeness, love, and purpose. And if we are lucky enough to find it, we'd better cling onto it with all of our might for fear of losing it. This denial of our divine nature leads us on endless searches outside of ourselves. We look to others to feel love. We look to something outside of ourselves to worship. We wait for people to give us permission to shine or feel whole and complete. Whereas we already are all that we seek, we only have to turn our gaze in. Wholeness, happiness, and love are your birthright. As a baby, there was no part of you that doubted your wholeness. As a result, you lit up the world without even trying. Love, light, wisdom, happiness, and wholeness are available to you on tap at every moment because they are what you are at your core, and they're waiting for you to let them in. mantra, also called affirmation. I am connected to the never-ending flow of light. Everything I am searching for is ready to flow through me right now. Then here is the universe is always expanding. You are part of the universe. Expansion is your natural state. If you resist your expansion, you resist who you are. Expand into your bigness now. So, that's it for today, pile number 3. I hope that this message has helped you. Thank you for sticking with me till the end. I wish you all the best on your journey. And I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye!